So, hello students. In today's lecture, we are going to do some more questions of your chain rule. Before that, in the last lecture, I just want to make some correction. You can see when we did this Euler's mixed derivative theorem, we did two main concepts in the previous lecture. First was your Euler's mixed derivative theorem, and second was chain rule. So, in Euler's mixed derivative theorem, if the partial derivatives of function are defined and continuous at the given point AB, then we can differentiate the given function in any order. That was your Euler's mixed derivative theorem. And here, while writing this, I just made a mistake. It should be like this. It should be like this. So this was a mistake I made here. So I'm correcting it now. So this was the thing that Euler mixed derivative theorem was saying. And then we did your chain rule. And now today, in today's lecture, I am just again taking some of the miscellaneous questions related to chain rule. So here is your example. So again, in this lecture also, we will be using the same concept of T diagram to derive the chain rule. We will see how. So if U is equal to F x square minus y square minus z square minus x square, then the question is, then find the value of 1 by x del u by del x plus 1 by del u by del y plus 1 by z del u by del z. So this is a question that has been asked, and you have to solve this no doubt by chain rule. So in such type of question, let me write this as equation number 1, this is 2. So in such type of question, you can see from equation number 1, it is given that f is here not a variable, it is some function x square minus y square. Here again you can see function y square minus z square and then z square minus x square. So whole term is given. So in such type of question, what is the strategy? We usually put the, say, some variable r is equal to x square minus y square. Put substitution, we take substitution like this. S, we take variable s equals to y square minus z, and say t is equal to z square minus x square. So whatever the question of this form is, you will always take these terms equal to some variable. So what is the use of this one? So this implies u now becomes f r s t. This is 3. Where r s t are given by 4. Say this is your 4. So you can see this now makes the things easier for you to apply the chain rule. How? Now you can see u now becomes a function of r, s and t. So what we were doing, we just made the substitution and now it becomes a function of r, s, t, and r, s, t are again the function of x, y, z. So now this will make easy for you to use the chain rule. So what is the situation now here? Situation here? Situation is, you now get your u function of r, s and t, and they in terms are the functions of variable x, y, z. So here it is your dependent, these are your intermediate variables, and these are your independent variables. So in this way you can see now the strategy for using the chain rule now can be easily applied. And no doubt you have here f r s t. I am writing it again so that you can see it clearly. X square minus y square minus z square, t is equal to z square minus x square. Done. So in the question, what has been asked? It has been asked to you that you have to find this one, you need to find this one, you need to find this, you need to find the derivative of u with respect to x, y, and z. So let us start one by one. First, derivative of u with respect to x. So to form the formula for this derivative, I am using your chain diagram. U function of, let me write it properly. For the first time, let me do it as I did in the first lecture in more detail. So u, a function of r, s and t, and I am going to differentiate it with respect to x. So according to T diagram, the formula for this will be del u by del r into del r by del x plus part 2. This is del u by del s and del s by del x. So del u by del s dot del s by del x, as we did in the previous lecture. Root 2, part 2, this branch, first branch into second branch. Now this is your path 3, and this is branch 1, del u by del t plus del u by del t dot del t by del x. The derivative of upper variable with respect to lower variable. Derivative of upper variable with respect to lower variable, that is del t by del x. So this is the equation number, say 5. So this is the required formula for del u by del x. So now let us see what we can obtain from here. Del u by del r as such, because u is not given explicitly in terms of RST, it is given some sort of function, not given explicitly in terms of r, s and t variables. So it will be remain as such. Yes, del r by del x, you can differentiate it from here. It is 2x plus del u by del s by del x, that is your this one 0, plus del u by del t by del x minus 2x. So you get del u by del x is equal to 2x times del u by del r minus del u by del t. So this is equation number 6, that now you have found here the derivative of u with respect to x. Similarly, we will be doing it for derivative of u with respect to y and z. So let me now move forward and find the derivative of u with respect to y. So using the chain diagram, I have this r, s and t, and here it is y. Now I am writing the formula directly. Del u by del r by del y plus del u by del s by del y, del u by del t by del y. So this is the formula for your derivative of u with respect to y using the chain rule. So here del u by del r, again r and st are given like this one, x square minus y square. I am writing it here so that you can see it clearly, that what the derivatives are coming out to be. So del r by y is minus 2y, del u by del s by y is 2y, and then del u by del t by y is 0. So you get 2y minus del u by del r plus del u by del x. So this is the equation number your 7. This is 7. So here you get the derivative of u with respect to y. Similarly, del u by del z will be u r s t z, del u by del r by z, del u by del s by z, del u by del t by del z. So here you will get, I am writing it directly, you will get del u by del z is equal to minus del u by del s. Similarly, proceeding as we did in the last two cases, you get this one, and equation is your 8. This is it. So put 6 7 and 8 back in equation number 2, you get 1 by x del u by del x plus 1 by y del u by del y plus 1 by z del u by del z is equals to del u by del x is your this one. So this gives you 2 times, this gives you 2 times del u by del r minus del u by del t. This gives you this value when you divide it by x. Similarly, it is 2 times del u by del r plus del u by del s, and this is 2 times del u by del z. Okay, this is let me just correct it, write it properly. This is s, del u by del s plus del u by del t. So again, let me just verify it. It is del u r by del t. This is del u r minus del u del t. Yes, there it is. Then for y, minus del u r and del u s, minus del u r del s and minus del u s del u del t. This is here. So now you can see the values are all getting cancelled. So this equals to 0. So this is the required solution. So here you can see the question but have been given to us using chain rule. The answer is coming out to be 0. But the main thing for such type of question is that whenever you are getting function in these forms, always use substitution. To convert that functions into variables so that your chain rule can be applied easily. So this is about your question number 1. Now I am coming to example 2, a very important example. See, we have been now only doing the first derivative. In our examples, in our questions, we are doing only first derivative. We are taking only first derivative. But now here we will be considering the second order partial derivative also, and that becomes many times a bit tricky. Okay, so let us see how the questions involving second order partial derivatives are solved and how sometimes they are tricky. If w is equals to a function of uv that satisfies Laplace equation, that is f double derivative with respect to u, double derivative with respect to v, where u is equals to x square minus y square by 2, v is equals to xy, so that w satisfies Laplace equation this plus this equals 0. Okay, this is an important question which involves, you can see now, second order partial derivative. So let me just write the scenario what has been given to you. So w is given to be the function of u and v. U and v are again the functions of, or w is a function of u and v, this is given, and u and v are in term function of x and y. So this is the given scenario for the question given here. This is dependent, these are intermediate variables, and these are independent variables. Okay, we have to show this thing, to show this equals to 0. That is del square w del x square plus del square w del y square is equals to 0. This is what you have to show. Okay, and also it has been given the double derivative of this equation, Laplace equation, say this is equation number 2, it is satisfied. It has been given that the double derivative of f with respect to u and v, their sum is equal to 0. So let us now differentiate first w with respect to x, because we have to find double derivative w with respect to x, so we have to start with first derivative. We have to find the double derivative of w with respect to y, so we have to first start with the first derivative. So here w with respect to x, w function of u and v, which are again the functions of x and y. And here we are taking x. So by chain rule, it is del w by del u by del x plus del w by del v by del x. This is. Now you can see del w by del u. Again, for your convenience, I am writing what are the values of u and v given by 2, and v is given to be xy. So del u by del x is your x, and del w del v by del x, it is your y. So this is your basically equation number 3 that gives you derivative of w with respect to x. Let us again similarly find the derivative of w with respect to y. Chain rule, according to chain rule, scenario will be something like this. So you can find the derivative with respect to y of w like this one, plus w with respect to v dot v with respect to y. So now I am writing these formulas. I have not remembered these formula, but just by looking at the tree diagram, I am writing these formulas. So now del w by del u as such. Why? Because w is not given explicitly in terms of u and v. It is just given a function of u and v. So it will be like this one. And u with respect to y, u with respect to y is your minus y. Yes, it is. And del w by del v by y is your x. So this is 4. Done. So in this way you can see similar concept for first derivative we have used, and we find the first derivative of your w with respect to x and with respect to y. Okay. Now come to the second derivative. Second derivative del square w del x square, that is what we are looking for. And this actually is like this one. This actually is like this one. And from previous result, del w by del x is this one. We have just found this one using equation number 3. Using equation number 3. So use 3. So you get x del w by del u plus y del w by del v. Okay, now we differentiate each term. How? First I take this term. So let me just write it like this one, x del w del u plus del x y del w by del v. Okay, this is. And now I am differentiating this first. So differentiation with respect to x, that is 1 del w by del u plus x as such derivative of your del w by del u with respect to x. So this is your first derivative, first term. For second, y is treated as a constant because x and y, they are independent variables. So x and y, so y is taken as a constant and you write it as del w by del v. Okay, so this is the second term we got from differentiation. Okay, so let me just write it like more properly, x del xy del w by del u plus y del xy del w by del v. So now I am writing this equation number 5. Say this is equation number 5. I take this term excluding x as a because these are the main two terms that we need to find, and this is the second term. Let me take it as b. Okay, a and b. So these are the main two terms that we have to find out using your chain rule. Okay, so let me now do these two terms. Let me first start with the term a. Term a, that is equal to del by del x and del w by del u. Okay, so this is our first term. Now when we are differentiating your this del w by del u with respect to x, now what is happening here? Del w by del u is the function of u and v. We are again going to use the same chain rule. We are again going to use the same chain rule for finding a derivative, and u and v, they are functions of x and y. But here, since we are differentiating with respect to x, so I am taking here x. Otherwise, situation is somewhat like this one. This function of u and v, and they are again the functions of x and y. So this is the situation that we are going to work for. Again, now you have this tree diagram, and now this tree diagram will help you to find the derivative given in this equation A. So now, first here, derivative of this with respect to u. What is that? This becomes del u, del w by del u. Either you write this one or del square w by del u square. You can write any of these two. Then derivative of u with respect to derivative of x. With respect to x, sorry. So this is del u by del x. Now this is your branch 1. This is branch 1. This is branch 2. So this gives me del square w del u square from here into del u by del x. So this is very important because usually students do not do these type of things. So here it is important that you follow the chain rule properly. Plus the terms that we get from the past two. So here you can see derivative of this term with respect to v, that is del w, or let me just write it properly. Okay, so here first it is your del v and del w del u. Yes, here it is. And then the derivative v with respect to x, that is del v del x. So this gives you del v del w del u dot del v by del x. Yes, then. So this is the main thing. This formula here written using the chain rule gives you the exact formula for finding this double partial derivative. If you are not using this one, you will end up with only this term. Okay, so using chain rule, we now again get this term also. Otherwise, when you are using without chain rule, you end up with only this term. Okay, now del square w del u square, del u by del x was your x. Yes, it was x, plus this is del square w del v del u, and del v by del x was your del v by del x. Yes, it is y. It is your y. Okay, so this gives you the value of equation A or term A, and let me write this as equation number your 6. So this is how we find the first term. Now come to the term B. Here is your term B. Okay, so I am coming to the term B. That is your del x del w by del v. So we have to find the first derivative of your del w by del v with respect to your x. So here again using the same strategy, that del w by del v is a function of u and v, which in terms are functions of x and y. So here you can see this is a tree diagram. In this case we will get, and this gives you using a tree diagram. Now I am not writing here, I am just writing it in directly in the formula. So derivative of this with respect to u, that is this term, derivative of this with respect to u will be this one, dot derivative of u with respect to x. So you get this thing. So this is the first term that you get from path 1, from branch 1 and branch 2 by multiplying these two branches. Similarly, plus 2 you get from branch 1 and branch 2, path 2, derivative of this with respect to v, that is derivative of del w by del v with respect to v dot del v by del x. And this gives you, now writing it properly, del square w del u del v, del u by del x is x plus del square w del v square del v by del x is your y. Yes, sir, it is. So this is basically your equation number 7. This is your equation number 7. Okay. So you can see here now the things that we were looking for are obtained now. So put value of a, put the value of a and b from 6 and 7. While you are attempting the question this in paper or test, you can simply substitute it in the equation. You will not have to work it separately. Okay. So put value of a and b from 6 and 7 in back in equation number your 5. Yes, it is 5. In 5 we get, so we get del square w del x square. This is equals to del w by del u plus x. Yes, this is what we got from a. This is what we got from solving equation a del u square. Sorry, this is u square, and then you have x plus del square w del v del u y plus y times del square w, and then you have your del u del v x plus del square w, this one, into y. So these are the values of equation we get after substituting the values of equation a and b back in equation 5. So now you can see here del w by del u. Okay, I'm writing here x square from here, del square w del u square. I'm collecting this term plus y square del square w del y square, and now I'm collecting these two terms here and here. So I'm writing it as your 2xy del square w del u del v. Why? Because your by Euler's mixed derivative theorem, this is always equal to this one. So this is Euler's mixed derivative theorem that we did yesterday. So this is the form of your second derivative w with respect to x, and this is the equation number your 8. This is one of the part of the given question where you have found the double derivative of w with respect to x. Similarly, you can find the derivative of w with respect to y. Okay, so let me just verify the expression that we have found. This is y square, this one, okay, and this one. Yes, it is right. So now I am working for the second order partial derivative of w with respect to y. Now here you can see again the same things will be happening, that you found, put the value of w with derivative w with respect to y, first derivative, that you have found this equals to this one from equation number 4. From equation number 4 here, in the beginning, yes, here it is. So you have found the derivative w with respect to y, and now you substitute it back in this equation. Here it is, yes. Now when this is your substituted again, similarly you can differentiate this term. This will give you minus 1 del w by del u plus or minus y as such, and del w this is, and then plus x time, x will be treated as a constant, and this thing. Okay, so these are again the two terms that you need to find again in the same methodology that we have followed in the previous while finding the derivative w with respect to x. So similarly now you can find these terms, as we did in the previous case of while finding the double derivative w with respect to x. Okay, so using same methodology, I am not working this here, you can try it yourself. Using same methodology, it will be equal to, this will comes out to be minus del w by del u. Okay, and finally you will get this one equals to, yes, here equals to y square del square w del u square plus this one and minus 2xy del square w del x del y. Yes, say this is equation number, yes, 9. Okay, so now the two double second order partial derivatives of w with respect to x and y both are now here. You have obtained both the double partial derivatives. So now you can see what your double partial derivative of w and x with respect to x and y, but the sum of these two now will be. So when you add these two, you will get x square. I am writing the terms after rearranging them. V square plus this one plus this one. All other terms will get cancelled. So this gives you x square w u u, this is v w u u w v, or simply x square plus y square. This is, and this is equals to 0 using your equation number, yes, here it is 2, so I can write it here, yes, using 2, where it is given f u is equals to 0 and w is equals to f u. Since it has been given to us, so this is equal to 0. So w xx plus w yy equals to 0. True. So this is how we usually solve the questions for the second order partial derivatives, and the only thing that you need to remember here is be careful about while taking the second order partial derivative in such type of terms. So in such type of terms you must be careful and use the chain diagram, or sorry, tree diagram as we did here. So using these strategies you can find these type of second order partial derivative that we have done here, like this one. So this will help you to find the second order partial derivative using chain rule easily. Okay, so this is done now. Now coming to the next topic. Here it is, your implicit differentiation. This is the last topic from this chain rule, and then we will be shifting to your directional derivative. Okay, so मनीष जी काम वगैरह हो गया तुम्हें भाई? अच्छा अच्छा, कुछ और तो नहीं? पता लगे कुछ और हो गया है. Okay, so let fxy be a differentiable function, and fxy equals to 0 defines y as differentiable function of x, then at every, or not every, that any point where fy, partial derivative f with respect to y, is not 0, you can always write dy dx is equal to minus of fx upon fy. So this is one of the result for implicit differentiation that you can use directly using the concept of your chain rule, because this formula comes from chain rule, but we will be using it directly. whenever you have to find the first order derivative in cases of your implicit function, okay, that we will see. So you can find out it directly. So how this formula works, let us take for that example, find dy dx at 1 1. You have been given x cube minus 2y square plus xy is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the question has been given to you, and here it is given y is differentiable function of x. Okay, so this is given and you have to find dy dx. So since function is given in your implicit form, it is not like y is equal to fx, it is given in implicit form, implicit expression is given. So usually how you solve these type of questions, we differentiate one with respect to x. Usually we differentiate the both sides of the implicit expression, whatever is given, we differentiate both sides with respect to x. So first term, so let me write the term here so that you can see how we are differentiating. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So differentiation of x cube, that is 3x square, then minus 2y square. So minus 2, I am writing it here, y square, that is your, it is 4y, it is 2y dy dx, 2y dy dx, minus 4y dy dx. Now third term, a very important one, it is minus 4y dy dx. For this one, I am holding x as such, dy dx, then holding y, differentiating with respect to x, that is 1, this is equal to 0. So this gives you the differentiation of second, this last term. Okay, so now you are getting 3 terms. This is a usual strategy that we used to follow, and you can see this is going to be lengthy. In some of the case, if you make some error in any of the differentiation, whole of the answer is going to be wrong. However, the formula that we have done here, this will give you a very simple method. This will give you a very simple method to solve the question. Let us do it by usual strategy. So now take the terms of dy dx, and that is your x minus 4y is equal to plus 3x square plus y is equal to 0. So this gives you dy dx is equal to 3x square plus y upon or minus x minus 4y. Yes, this is the value, and you can see you have to find lot of differentiations here. Otherwise, you got the solution. This is minus 3x square y x minus 4y. Okay, so this was a usual technique that we used to follow. Now come to the formula that we have now done. It says if you have fxy is equal to 0, then dy dx is minus fx upon fy. So this will simply give you the ordinary derivative y with respect to x. So question is you have been given x cube minus 2y square fx xy equals to 0. So here fxy equals 0 implies fxy is your this expression. It is your this expression. So now its partial derivative with respect to x, 3x square plus y. Okay, and its partial derivative with respect to y, that is your minus 4y and x. So you can see how easy is this one to solve the ordinary derivative. You can see there. So dy dx. So dy dx is simply minus fx upon fy. So this gives you minus 3x square plus y upon, this is x minus 4y. X minus 4y. Yes, it is. You can see the using the formula, we are much more convenient than solving it by the usual strategy. So this is the use of this formula, and hence finally, since it has been asked in the question to find the value at 1 1, so this is 3 plus 1, 1 minus 4, and this is minus 4y3 or plus 4y3. Yes. So this is the required solution for this question. I am taking another example, and now I will be doing this question directly using the formula. I will not be following here usual strategy of implicit differentiation. So this is given, okay, find dy dx at 1 2 given y is differentiable function of x. Same question, just we have changed the expression and your point. So here fxy is equal to x square plus xy plus y square minus 7 equals to 0. So this is your fxy. You take 7 on the left hand side so that it becomes fxy. Now its partial derivative with respect to x, its partial derivative with respect to x, and that is your 2x plus y, and then its partial derivative with respect to y, that is x plus 2y. So you can see here dy dx, that is the formula says is the ratio of the partial derivative x upon partial derivative y. So this gives you very easily the result, this one, minus 2x plus y and x plus 2y. Yes, here it is. So you can see using this formula derivative becomes easy to find out, and hence at point 1 2 it is 2 2 1 2. So this is minus 4 upon 5. So at point 1 2 x1 y2 x1 y2, the result becomes your 4 minus 4 upon 5. So this is how we used to find the formula solutions in case the function is given in implicit form. Okay. So before coming to the next topic, I am just here in brief giving you the idea that how this formula comes from your chain rule. So this is what we have done, and we did two examples from these two expressions. So let us see how it comes from formula comes. So from equation 1, fxy equals to 0. So this gives you your df with respect to x. If I differentiate it, this gives me, or simply I can write df dx equals to 0. So this is from this one. It is given to you, and from here you have found this. We did it, write it directly. From this given, I am finding, I take a derivative of x this both sides, I got this one. Okay, done. Now f is a function of x and y is again given to be a function of x. So this is where we are using chain rule or tree diagram. F is a function of x and y, and y is again a function of x. So using chain rule, df by dx, why ordinary derivative? Because f depends upon your single variable x here. If you say x and y is again a function of x, so it is single variable. So using chain rule, it is your del f by del x, and then you have your dx by x plus del f by del y dy dx. So this gives you del f by del x plus del f by del y. Okay, so here it is. Okay, let me write it here. This is left here. Let me write it here. This gives you del f by del x plus del f by del y dot dy dx. This is equal to 0. Why? Because it comes from here. So this gives you minus del f x is equal to del f y dy dx, and so that dy dx is equal to minus del fx upon del f, or in short we can write it as minus fx upon fy, and that is what the proof or the result of this formula is. So you can see how this formula comes from the chain rule, from the concept of your chain rule. So this is how but in most of the cases we will be using the formula directly. Okay, so with this I am closing this lecture for today, and in the next lecture we will be starting a very important topic of directional derivatives. Till then, thank you. Thanks a lot.